Hello! I'm back. The ads were just too much. No. I bore up under the rain of single cent coins that were jettisoning down around me like the end of Stalker. Welcome back, everyone! Hello! Wow! You know, usually it feels like it's been so long since I streamed last time, but this feels like, what, 10 minutes? Maybe less? Damn. Time really is weird, huh? Stronger and more resilient. Exactly. Rebuilt. Better. Bruise-free. It's time to go back into the Big Think pit. And I'm not talking about anatomy, all right? I'm talking about puzzle game. Bezos will have to fight. Yeah, he can't keep getting free lunches from me forever. Plus, he probably doesn't want to. All I do is, like, make ramen. It's very high in sodium. Do-do-do. Let's get our game up. And let's get into it. Chop, chop. No, the other one. Come on. Come on! Please! I should not have baited him. That was my fault. I should have known. Whoops. 3 ads? 3 ads for me at once? Gee, Goofy. How come your mom lets you have unending merchandise sales? Gee, Goofy. You thought the star on your shirt was a cut. You were right! You used to be right, and now you're wrong! Ow! You were built correctly at the start. Revert, revert. It is, yeah! My old model used to have a bit of plastic over it, so it was all shiny and stuff. But I was like, I'm gonna keep things simpler this time. Maybe I shouldn't have. Who knows? You were right at the onset. Exactly. Do not doubt yourself. Others will do that for you. I like to think that it's a sentient starfish. I got a little Patrick, all of my own, hanging out. I guess that's the magic of being a flat person on the internet. I mean, like, you know, 2D, a 2D person on the internet. My various bits and bobs can be whatever you want. The magic of gum, exactly, exactly. No. I didn't get more drink. That's okay. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. My unending cough that was plaguing me earlier today seems to have gone away thanks to the power of talking and words. Stay dehydrated. Exactly. Look, I'm too hydrated. I'm not gonna say an exact number for my frequency of toilet breaks. But I will say this week I found a drink mix that I enjoy very much. And got a lot of squats in. Got a whole lot of squats done. My plans of preservation are turning. I mean, oh shit. Doorbell, I will be right back! I return one day in I don't know, like 18 months? Hopefully sooner. Hopefully sooner. The items that just arrived at my domicile will be used on stream. One day. Please. Please one day. I hope. I dream. New toy. Yep. Yep. I always have to really book it. Because they count to 3 and then they teleport back into their delivery van and they're gone. Alright. let me do a little recap of where we are in this story-driven... I want to say murder mystery, but it's not really. Series of unfortunate events simulator. So the original game was... starting off strong. Was set many... I'm not even going to say the name because I always say it wrong. Was set a long time ago in like... the age of discovery, I want to say. And by discovery, I mean white people in boats. White people in boats going around in circles on the big blue wet thing. And a magical artifact was borrowed by British coded explorers, air quotes, and brought back to not England, where they used it to form an oppressive government and sucked the age out of people who they deemed as being morally corrupt and failing to follow the strict codes of behavior in their society, and gave that youth that they sucked out of those people to the members of the council through this magical idol, which could do all sorts of fun things like light people on fire, make you young forever. I think there was one as well where it's like a guy used it to simulate flight, to make it look like he was flying. I think he had like a staff or a cane, and he put it in the bottom of the cane, and he made it like expel wind, so he was able to fly on it like a very odd broomstick. The Great Sucking Era. Yeah, you know. I want to jump on the Stalker 2 train. Athena, I have never... okay, that's not true. I have almost never played a first-person shooter in my life. The only time I have ever touched first-person shooter games was 30 minutes playing a little bit of Halo. That's it. I feel like me playing Stalker would be like putting a gerbil in a swimming pool and watching it drown. I appreciate that series from a distance via YouTube documentaries, as I should. It's never too late to start. I mean, I feel like I could probably start when I didn't have crippling motion sickness and a lot of first-person games. That would have been the best place to start. But maybe that'll go away one day. Sure, not now. I was watching YouTube videos from, what channel was it? I think it was Grimbeard, and he was doing like a roundup of Steam Next Fest games, and one of them, it was a first person, and it had the vaporwave aesthetic in the same ways, reminiscent of the game that we played on stream a while back now, where it was like a detective game. Hold up. Let me pull up the name. Paradise Killers! That was it. And just the sight of the similar aesthetic triggered like a full body motion sickness physical memory. Like, it was on screen for all of 3 minutes. And I got dragged back into the pit. You need a Russian ID to play Stalker 2 anyway? Really? I would have thought the devs wouldn't have that because it's Ukrainian studio, right? Pretty sure that's a Ukrainian game, not a Russian game. Oh my gosh. Gee golly gee. Oh whoopsie, I got a little distracted, didn't I? So, the plot so far in The Rise of the Golden Idol. A lady who is a new age hippie, but also a ruthless murderer, wanted to reconstruct this legendary golden idol, which in the past had been used for all sorts of terrible purposes. Probably because she thought that she was, like, somehow morally superior, and therefore her murders were fine because she was using them for the sake of enacting world harmony. You know, your average, regular, everyday boomer hippie. And so she freed a man from prison and used him to conduct a series of thefts, snobberies, and snurders. If you know, you know, right? To collect the parts to reconstruct this this mysterious magical device which had been supposedly shattered and lost to the ages. She reconstructed what she thought was the golden idol, but basically she had formed a cargo cult where she took all the pieces that she could trace back to it and threw them in a random statue and was like, the idol is complete, and got like a cult to follow her advice, and like she would point this completely useless piece of junk at them and be like, ooh, you're becoming so at one with the universe. Ooh, you're reaching enlightenment. Ooh, trust me, the crystals connected to this weird display that shows random ink blots is telling me that you are becoming so enlightened right now, you don't even know. She was being funded by a corporation that got tired of her taking their money, so they took all her stuff, including this non-functioning idol. You're so enlightened. You're so like, ooh, you're watching my streams. Ooh, you're watching my streams. All the brain cells that are going out of my head are going right into yours. You're becoming so enlightened. You're becoming so smart. So they took this idol, and there was an actual professor on the staff of this company that studied the history of the culture that this idol came from, and he was able to be like, look, this thing isn't working, but I think we could actually put it together and have it work for real. So she misunderstood a lot of the symbols on the, like, there's buttons that you'd press on the back of this idol, and then you'd pull a little switch and something would happen. She completely made massive mistakes in understanding of how it worked and refused to admit that. So this company got the idol working the way that it was intended, where you can remove heat from something and you can transfer that heat into something else. And that's how it was used in the past to set people on fire, for example. Unfortunately, there was an idiot working for this company who there's his face was recruited into her cult And so she believed that the idol works in one way because she improperly translated the symbols on its back. And then there's the professor and the scientists working for the company that confiscated this idol who know how it actually works. And then there's this idiot who is believing her version of how it's supposed to work and thinks that rather than take heat and give heat, he is casting take empathy and give empathy. So he lit himself on fire trying to cast give empathy and is like, oh, how come it's not working? How come it's not working? And he failed to understand anything. He is very dumb. He is very stupid. Nothing he does is correct. He got promoted to be the lead researcher on the team that is experimenting with this idol and with its powers. And the very first thing he did was hire on the hippie cult leader as an independent consultant. So when we last left off on this game, we have a research team. Let me pull up the document. Hierarchy. We have a research team consisting of 3 people who understand pretty well how this machine works, what can be done with it, at least in terms of giving and receiving heat. And they are all subordinate to a man who is wrapped around the finger of this woman that he's hired on as an independent consultant, who think that this machine gives and takes emotions and can be used to reach enlightenment rather than modifies your body temperature until you combust. And that is where we left off with the game. And I am very interested to see what happens next. I am very, very concerned. Thermodynamics for evil. Yeah. Can you use thermodynamics for good? You've retained all this information. Great! Glad to hear it. I'm sure you are being 100% honest and truthful and on the up. Welcome to the penultimate... Wait. Is this the end of the game? I didn't know how long this game would be in comparison to the first. We have played it for like 8 hours so far. But this might be the last Rise of the Golden Idol stream. We'll see. If it is, don't worry. I've got more games. I've always got more games. There's always more things to do in the pit. But damn. Wait, penultimate. That's like the second to last, isn't it? Maybe there's 5 chapters. Will there be a test on this? The test is how well you can figure out what the fuck's happening as I go through the game. It's the test of life, baby! In which mind-bending discoveries are made. Feathered Frenzy. A deadly attack into the aviary. Hell yeah. Love me some aggressive birds. Oh shit! Woohoo! Hear them. Come on, give me more bird noises. It's very quiet. This is a prehistoric looking mother feather. A bracelet with forget if the upside down J with a dot is give or take. Also a bird. Hell yeah. Are you also a bird? Rawr! I didn't know. Rawr! sorry. I'm sorry. Ah! This is, that's like an actual... That's a real earth bird, isn't it? What kind of bird are you? Oh, I've seen you in photographs. Strange little man. Oh, I'm gonna have to identify which ones are which, aren't I? Yeah, heron, grouse, red-breasted, mask, this bug-eyed, yellow-footed, despite its extremely territorial bushes. Glory, Herald, bleary-eyed, flower piercer. Yeah. Gotta name all the birds. Hell yeah. Oh shit, didn't mean to click on you. Declan! Declan! What did you do? What's in your bag, ma'am? Is he alive? This man is not breathing and his neck is bleeding. Damn! Incubator, aviary, trial volunteer form. And he's got mushrooms? Bird egg. Did this little fucker kill him? Did he get dead by bird? Or did he get dead by hummin'? Disguised as bird. Yeah, he sure stepped in egg. Why? He promised to take care of you. No! Somebody let a little baby kiwi bird die. Monster. Monster! Built like a Muppet, as all beautiful things should be. Warning. Overexposure to heat from the incubator could prove fatal. Always remember to check on the eggs after putting them inside. It's way too hot. Yeah. Fucking roasted that little baby. He was the one who killed the baby birds due to roastage. Good. I'm glad he's dead. Okay, let's... I'm gonna guess this guy's name is Declan. And let's check out these boys. Heron. Bright plumage, feeds on live prey, has... teeth. None of these other ones look like they have teeth, huh? You are a something heron. Grouse. Bird is endangered. Predator status. Hides its eggs in... Let me see here. This bug-eyed, yellow-footed bird is endangered. Despite its predator status. Extremely territorial. Hides its eggs in bushes. The masked grouse, I'm gonna guess, is your boy, Mr. Flappy. The death rattle uses its colored feathers as against predators, often mimics the sounds, and silence is advised. These terrifying creatures, where they scavenge, silence is required. These creatures provoking Self-defense. Method of intimidation and prey. Its piercing cries, words it has recently heard, speaking will cause the birds to scream. Discovered in the jungle for bones. As loud noises will set off, attack and trigger there, a mechanism. Being a bird keeper is hard. You will have no feathered friends. Work, but if you follow the guide, trouble taking... Okay. Being a bird keeper is hard work, but if you follow this guide, you will have no trouble taking care of our feathered friends. The bleary-eyed flower piercer. This excitable bird is known for its curious nature. The flower piercer may react aggressively towards bright colors. Hide anything neon inside their habitat to prevent agitation. This bird's got something very neon. Bleary-eyed flower piercer. I don't know if the ones, like, holding the neon thing are the ones who reacted to it. Masked grouse. I feel like the one with teeth is the red-breasted blah, 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 the red-breasted heron, because it's got the red breast. And none of the others do. So I'm gonna say red-breasted heron. This heron is known for its bright plumage and aggressive nature. No. This heron is known for... Oh wait, red-breasted heron! It still is this heron! This heron is known for its bright plumage and aggressive nature, feeds on live prey, has extremely sharp teeth. See, in my mind, that's not really, you know, bright plumage. But this thing doesn't have any teeth. I feel like this is a bright plumage. It's your boy up here. We got last is the death rattle and Nithlix. Got a herald and we got a lorry. Fight the birds. Bleary-eyed. The death rattle lorry. And then we got Nithlix herald. Alright. Use its colored feathers as a method of intimidation against predators and prey. Its piercing cries often mimic the sound and words it has recently heard. Silence is advised. Speaking to these birds will cause speaking will cause these birds to scream. I think this is it. Rah! I'm sorry. So it's the lorry. These terrifying creatures were discovered in the jungle, where they scavenge for bones. Silence is required, for loud noises will set off these creatures, provoking attack and triggering their self-defense mechanism. I'm guessing these are the ones, because they're like going ape shit on this person who's talking. Those were Nithilix Herald. And the last one we got is Bleary-Eyed Flower Piercer. Connect each bird with what agitated it. Oh, wait, these ones got agitated by the band. This one got agitated by getting its egg stomped. No, wait, which is the egg stomp? Extremely territorial. Hides his eggs. Oh no, it is, okay. So I think this guy was like speaking and he set off these birds and now these birds are screaming and they're setting off these birds because these birds like it when you're silent. And these birds, I guess also like it when you're silent, and then that, and then this, yeah! Makes sense. Yeah, they're repeating his last words before he, died. What did he say anyway? I didn't know. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I think the man was speaking English to this bird as it slit his throat with a flip knife. Flip knife? Flick knife! I'm always suspicious that there's actually a human what did it. More Aston Palmer. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe there wasn't a human what did it. Maybe it was birds all the way down. Symbols. Transfers. Declan. Astor Palmer. John. Jacob. Ah, hatchling! Declan took care of- Declan was the one who killed the fucking hatchling! And Marcy is the one who's crying because she's like, you said you'd take care of it. And then Crystal is the last one. Okay, we got their first names. Declan, Marcy, Crystal. Thanks again for running the incubation station for me, Declan. See you after your lunch, Marcy. August 29th. New employee starts. Safety and handling training, 3 p.m. August 30. Declan lunch break. Noon to 1:15 p.m. Label reads millet, black sunflower seeds, white bone meal, and corn. 4. To the one who stole my heart. Okay, her last name's Moore. I'm confused why the game's just giving me like a photo of the face. That feels very nice. Appointment at 12:30 p.m. August 30. Welcome to Morag's Aviary New Employee Guide. 12:30. That might be Declan. Declan asked her. Because he took a lunch break on August 30. So he was going to get an appointment at... What is this symbol? Have we seen that before? It's not the New Harmony Foundation. Their symbol is just NH, right? I guess we'll find out later. Astor and Marcy Beans. Marcy Morag. 2 or fewer incorrect. Palmer. Steps for training new employees. Travel guide. What did I get wrong? 2 or fewer incorrect. These are all their first names. There's still more. That's right. Weirdly with an empty locker. Marcy Palmer! Where did I get Morag from? What the fuck's Morag? It's Marcy Palmer. There you go. I don't know where the word Morag showed up. Where did I get it? Oh, I think it was, it was in the Morag's Aviary Guide to Birds. That's where it was from. Womp womp. Beautiful photo. I know, right? Really captures, what she looks like when she smiles, because you don't see it here. She is not having a good day. This one feels suspiciously simple. I'm like, but where's the catch? Where's the catch? Where's the next thing I gotta discover? At the aviary, blank, 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 when she blanked that a blank had blank in the incubation station. At the aviary, Marcy Palmer freaked the fuck out. At the aviary, Marcy Palmer cried when she discovered that a hatchling had died. Incubation station? Overheated in the incubation station. There we go. Death was just a side effect of getting too sweaty. Meanwhile, Crystal Moore entered the aviary. Oh, sorry, not Crystal Moore entered the aviary. Declan Astor entered the aviary. I think somebody said you can right-click to clear them. Okay, you can. I gotta remember that. I mean, we're so far into the game at this point. Why not just keep dragging them out? Where his bracelet stolen by the death rattle. No, the bleary-eyed flower piercer. Following this encounter, Met went to Ma, and Ma on the Ma. Hidden in the Ma? Oh, and stepped on the eggs hidden in the bush. I think I need to determine what he went to do. He went to feed a bird. Oh, this is Opig. That's what the symbol is. He went to feed a bird. I have to discover what bag he's got here. Or I can just check the feeding schedule. Easy peasy. Declan. Okay, so somebody was feeding white bone meal. Who is doing the bone meal? Was it you? No, it wasn't you, it was you. Yeah, that looks like bone meal to me. It's white. You've got like black stuff, right? So, white bone meal Harold. Harold Crystal. Okay, so Declan had yellow stuff. Corn millet. See, I don't really know what raw millet looks like, but I don't feel like that looks like corn. But you know, artists' interpretation, all that. She's got black stuff. She's got black sunflower seeds, flower piercer. Okay, so I think he was going to feed the grouse. It looks like this is all like 1 p.m., 2 p.m. later in the day. So Declan was going to feed the grouse. So it is corn. Unless he died by then. Unless he was going to go take care of the little baby. Nope. Either he went to feed the grouse in the morning. Either way, grouse. Either way, grouse. Both grouse. Both grouse. It's fucking corn. It's corn that my eyes don't see as corn. Following this encounter, Declan Aster went to feed a masked grouse and stepped on eggs hidden in the bush. In retaliation, the masked grouse attacked and or killed. Attacked Declan Aster. I feel like attack is more of a brainless thing. Kill is like the intent to murder. And I also feel you could argue both ways with that masked grouse. With his eyes. Those burning yellow eyes. Like maybe there was an intent to kill there. Retaliation, the masked grouse attacked Declan Aster, killing him. His last screams were mimicked by the death rattle lorry, which agitated Nethalic's Herald, which then attacked Crystal Moore? It's kind of hard to tell if they're attacking her or just dancing around her. Oh! Oh! At the aviary, Marcy Palmer cried when she discovered... When is this tying back to the rest of the game? What's going on here? I'm so suspicious. Marcy Palmer cried when she discovered that a hatchling had overheated in the incubation station. Meanwhile, Declan Aster entered the aviary, where his bracelet was stolen by the bleary-eyed flower piercer. Following this encounter, Declan Aster went to feed the masked grouse and stepped on eggs hidden in the bush. In retaliation, The masked grouse attacked Declan, killing him. His last screams were mimicked by the death rattle Lori, which agitated Nathalic's Herald, which then attacked Crystal Moore. After volunteering in a trial during his lunch break. Oh, he volunteered in a trial. Okay, that trial that he volunteered in has to, for sure, have something to do with the idol. Declan Astor, a new employee at Morag Aviary, forgot to take the hatchling out of the incubator. Then, when attempting to feed the masked grouse, he stepped on its nest. The grouse killed Declan, indirectly agitating all the other birds. You gotta have some side quests for it to be a video game. Where's your fishing? Yeah. Gotta, for sure. Gotta have it. Also, some towers to climb while we're at it. Subject 37 did not arrive for his follow-up appointment. Another scumbag took the money and ran. Nope, ma'am, he was murdered by Bird. That's possible. Either way, we'll need to throw out his research data. But what do we do with the data disk? Whoa. Oh, were they transferring things from people to people? I can't tell if he was built stupid or if something during the trial made him that way, right? Like, the Golden Idol universe has some spectacular idiots in it. Some absolute top-tier brainlets. Backstage drama. Pandemonium at the Stardust Variety Hour. Oh shit, get him! Hell yeah! Whoa, you gotta chill! Bunny ran on stage during my act, but you don't see me whining. I'm gonna fucking kill you! First the record, then a surprise act? This whole show must be rigged. I performed a flawless waltz. The muscles on those arms, she's gonna... That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. I have one fair and square. If you don't like something, talk to Michael, the producer. Order of contestants. I can't help but notice we are competing against a previous champion. You already know the judges like her act. She'll be a shoo-in for the grand prize, unless something goes wrong. Shouldn't the rest of us get a fair shot? Psst. Vilmar, could you tell the little dancer I only switched my act because someone took my soda? Another one of the bracelets. Sweet biscuits, Cam! That's delicate! Lone Nola. Lone wolf. Small bite mark. Did he get bit by the bunny? Or did he get bit by the cursed vampire puppet? I would have won if they hadn't put me as the first stinking act. All that work, wasted. I thought he was a burpist. Cage. Balls, the juggler. Props table, do Nort torch. And a trumpet. Lily Bell, sweetie, you showed up one act too late. I'll kill Vilmar for this. Should have broken his bones as well as his heart. Everybody is very highly strung. Who's Wola? Number 2 on the list. That's who Wola is. Wola Rockow. His ex. You're Vilmar. It's all coming together. Jamie would have stolen the show if he could have used knives. This is more good stuff for the blooper reel, though. General notes. The ventriloquist and the magician each surprised me, but not in the way I expected. Funny clips for the reel. Lily was a no-show till the jugglers act. Record malfunction. Sticky valves. Ballerina freakout. Yeah, you're Vilmar. Vilmar first name, Vilmar last name. I don't know. Vilmar something. And you are Nola Bell? Nola Rocco. And the rabbit's name is Lily Bell. I'm gonna put that up on the side because it's gonna trip me up. And I'm gonna try and call somebody Lily Bell. Vilmar Bellboy Prado. It's your thing. I guess he was the trumpet player, because he's got the toot toot notes. Cameron Flake. Jamie Albright. Gina Littlemore. And Atharv Ready. Atharv won fair and square. Can't help but notice we are competing against a previous champion. Cam. You're Cam. You're Cam. Cameron Flake. I'm gonna assume Regina Littlemore is the ballerina. That's just a little jump of logic that I'm gonna do. As a treat. Stardust Variety Hour, winners of yesteryear. There has been a sudden outpouring of complaints about our allowing previous winners to compete in the Stardust Variety Hour. We assure you that SVH is a fair contest with no possibility of skullduggery. Continuing to harp on this will result in you being released from the show. Your host, Dante Longo. Are you Dante Longo? You're Dante Longo. And you're Mitchell, the producer? What's your last name? M. Bergen's production team. Mitchell Bergen. I don't know. He's leaning up against the camera, so I'm like, clearly he's not the producer. Clearly he's the camera guy, but he might be the producer. Fuck it. Mitchell Bergen. No weapons on set. Oh, because that's why the guy wasn't allowed to use his knives. La femme ennuyeuse, and it's got scratches on it. I'm missing something. Missing one thing. Ah, here. Final placements. First, burping recital of every ASH president. Original dance. Second, meet Mr. Vlad. Third, implausible forces. Popper's Waltz from La Femme Ennuyeuse, Howlin' Wolf Blues, and the remarkable Lily Bell. I switched my act because someone took my soda. You're the burper? You're the burper. You're the burper. Atharv. You are Atharv ready? And that means last up we got Jamie Albright. Yeah! Did she not think of burping as a legitimate art performance? Is that why she's so mad? Alright, so first place. Arthav. Oh. The burpist. Second place. Ventriloquist. Third place. The juggler. Fourth place. The ballerina. Fifth place. The musician. Sixth place. The magician. I really feel like this chapter is kind of like reduced the simplicity from the previous ones. It felt like it ramped up very quickly at the start into you better hope you played the first game beforehand if you want some easing in. At the talent show, meh meh meh, the act of a previous winner, meh meh by meh and meh using meh. Meanwhile, meh 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 from the meh to the meh meh meh. Zach, in retaliation, meh 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 into the meh. After the broadcast, meh 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 meh, believing that meh had been meh. Believing the show had been rigged. Regina a little more socked. Can't sock, I can only attack. Attacked. Dante Longo. Yeah, she got one hit in. He's reeling. He's reeling. There was some impact. Let's see here. Let's see here. At the talent show, somebody stole the act of a previous winner. Stardust Variety Hour, winners of yesteryear. Winners of yesteryear. I don't know who these people are. Oh, wait! No, okay, she's about... That's the same woman! That's the same woman! She won in 1973! Yeah, that's the same face. Very distinctive. Also same hair. That helps a lot. Original dance. Switched my act because someone took my soda. At the talent show, Arthav Freddy stole the act of a previous winner because he changed to doing quote-unquote original dance. Oh, sabotage the act. No, wait. No. Somebody sabotaged the act. Okay, somebody sabotaged Arthav's attack. Arthav's act. Somebody sabotaged the act of previous winner Arthav Reddy by stealing a soda. By doing something to a soda. Using balls? By a soda using... They sabotaged his act by getting rid of his soda. Somebody took his soda. By taking... But they could have also sabotaged hers, because she was also a previous winner. Fuck, man! So Regina is a previous winner. I thought Athrav was also a previous winner. Atharv was a previous winner. No. Okay, so they're talking about we're competing against a previous champion. For some reason, I read it as the champion won again. They sabotaged her. Somebody sabotaged the act of a previous winner, Regina Littlemore. They scratched her vinyl record by scratching a record using... I see they have Mr. Vlad here as an option. Mr. Vlad is, I'm assuming, the little puppet here. And I see the record scratch does look like it was scratched by two long, sharp things. Which do look like the bite marks of Mr. Vlad. So somebody sabotaged the act of a previous winner, Regina Littlemore, by scratching a record using Mr. Vlad. Who? Who did that, though? Good question. I love good questions. He's got Mr. Vlad's bite marks on his hands. Oh, but no. Those aren't Mr. Vlad's bite marks. That's the bunny's bite marks. It's Lily Bell's little teeth. She's got the bottle of soda. Used Mr. Vlad. I would have won if they hadn't put me as the first stinking act. All that work wasted. I thought he was a burpist. I know, so the dummy guy did write a note. Saying, hey, should there be some kind of balance here? He could have stolen the show if he could have used knives. Jamie Albright. Oh, he's the juggler! A bunny ran on stage during my act, but you don't see me whining. I'm not sure how we're supposed to determine who sabotaged the act of Regina. Huh. Like, if you stretch your imagination, maybe you could say, oh, it has to have been people on in this wing of the stage, and they go from this wing, and then they do their performance here, and then they leave over that wing, so it has to be people who were after her. But I think that's a bit of a reach. That's a bit of a stretch. Meanwhile, from the to Mutma's act. In retaliation, into the... I think Mutma from the is talking about releasing the rabbit from the cage. So I think it was Lily Bell from the cage. Sabotage. Nola Rocko's act. In retaliation, Nola Rockow blanked a blank into the blank. Retaliation, Lily Bell bit? No. Guessing, like, Billmore Prado released Lily Bell from the cage. The sabotage Nola Rocko's act? Because that's the only thing I can think of for, like, releasing, right? Oh, sorry, from the. You could, we could either release the rabbit from the cage. You pulled a brain muscle. Understandable, me too. You can either release a rabbit from a cage, or you can pour soda from a bottle, and we don't have the word bottle. But I don't know what Nola Rockow did in retaliation. Retaliation, somebody blanked into the... They threw something, didn't they? Or they released... Released a Mr. Vlad into the knives. Released a knives into the record. Released a record into the trumpet. Released a trumpet into the balls. Released a balls into the show. Released a soda. Something a soda into the show. Something a trumpet into the cage. Someone took my soda. Sweet biscuits, that's delicate. Ah, what a one! I got all the words. Mr. Vlad, a knives, a balls, a soda, a record, a trumpet. I feel it's definitely not knives, balls, or Mr. Vlad, just for grammar reasons. Into the show. First the record, then a surprise act. So the record got scratched, and then the rabbit showed up one